Hi, welcome to Test Academy 2019. My name is Isabel Evans and I'm going to be presenting a masterclass Shift Left to Test User Experience. So this is just a little extract from the tutorial from the masterclass so you can see the types of things that we're going to be looking at. I'm just going to show you one or two of the slides from the beginning of the masterclass and then show you what's on the whole agenda. Now, it's really important to know that user experience is not just about the software and it's not just about the product. It's about all services and all the products and the whole of every interaction that an end user has with a company. So it's not just about the software, it's about the product and service the software is running, and it's about human interactions and the system interactions that a customer will have with your company, with your product. It's not just the interface, it's not just usability. It's really important to understand that. One of the things we'll do at the masterclass is look at how we define quality and how quality means different things to different people, and how we have to look at different aspects about it. That quality is not just about engineering and craftsmanship, it's also about product, it's about the user and the journey they're going on, it's about value for money, it's about hearts and minds and brand loyalty, all sorts of things like that. And we'll see how they all fit together to make the whole user experience. But notice those two sub-bullets here: meeting the needs of the customer without fuss and bother. So we may do something that we think we've engineered really well, and it might, by all measures that we'd normally make of engineering, be a good piece of engineering, a great piece of craftsmanship. But if it doesn't meet the needs of the customer without fuss and bother, it's not actually what they need. It's not good quality. And we might think there about value for money within that, for example, you could have a product that costs a lot of money, but it isn't actually what the person can afford to pay. So it doesn't matter how good it is, it's not a quality solution to their problem because they can't afford it. And on the other side, we might do so much engineering, so much good work, that we put the price point for our product above what our customers can afford, or worse still, we make it at a loss. So in the end, we don't make any money at what we're doing. It's not sustainable. So we have to think about those sorts of things. What do we mean by without fuss and bother? What do we mean by simplicity and elegance? What do we mean by joy to own and use? Here's a good example. This is Leamington Spa Station in the UK. It's a railway station. So the purpose of this building, this railway station, this group of people, is to sell people railway tickets so they can make journeys and get them on and off trains safely and move the trains through the station safely. It's about railways. But in fact, the way that one of the ways they've improved the user experience at the station is to provide these bicycle racks. And along with the bicycle racks, public bike repair stands. Not all the stations do this, but look how lovely this is. If you're using your bike to get to and from the station, you can park it, and if necessary, you can repair it and pump up the tyres, and all of that is free of charge. It adds to the experience of being on that station. It means that people develop a loyalty to going to that station because they know they have these things that they might need, and they know that they can trust that those are going to be there. What we'll do during the masterclass is work our way through this iterative UX life cycle. We'll be talking about identifying who uses a product or service, why they use it, what they want to do, what their emotions are. This is really important. We'll be talking about emotions. And then how we can score the product qualities, the quality and use attributes, and the user experience. How do we measure these things? What sorts of things do we measure, and how do they work together so that the engineering in the product quality actually supports the quality and use, which supports having a great user experience? What are the things that we need to do slightly differently? What are the types of measurements we can do? We'll talk a little bit about how you write user stories, rich stories that encompass some of these user experience and quality and use attributes, as well as thinking about the functionality of the product. Not just doing the task or the task that you want to do, but how you do it and how you experience it. I'll mention interaction design. There won't be time to go into it, but I'll point you to some good sources for information about that. And then we have having done all of those things, we're ready to start designing, building, and actually measuring product quality and seeing how that fits with quality and use and user experience. And then we can go live with our product or service, and we carry on making observations while it's in use in order to feed that into a better understanding of who really is using our product and service and why they want to use it. So you can see this iterates, we go round and round. And the point that I'm going to talk about in the masterclass is that we test at every single one of those points. At every single point, there's an opportunity to test an idea, a concept, a way of doing things, an approach, an understanding, and then finally the product itself and seeing whether it actually meets what's needed. So we can test all the time through that iteration continuously. The reason that I'm putting forward this masterclass is because user experience is now a business imperative. It's not a nice to have anymore. It's imperative. It's overwhelmingly important. It's absolutely vital that we focus our projects and our engineering. I'm not saying that by thinking about user experience and quality and use, we forget the engineering layer. Actually, the engineering layer is vital to provide that user experience. The important thing is that we focus it in the right way. And also, it's not just about providing a good experience, it's about how we provide recovery from a bad experience. So when we're thinking about the breadth of our testing, it's not just the software, and it's not just the product, and it's not just the service, it's all the interactions. So for example, what is it like when you have to phone the customer helpline? What is it like when you have to get on the website to find out, troubleshoot a problem with the product you're buying? What's it like when you're trying to get in touch with a human as opposed to talk to a machine? So there's lots of things that as testers we can do to actually widen what we're looking at, broaden our interests, broaden where we contribute to a product, a project, and where we bring value to an organization. And that, I think, is also very exciting. So this is giving you the agenda for the masterclass. We'll spend some time looking at concepts, so you have a better understanding of the concepts underlying it. And then I'll run you through the UX process fairly quickly. There'll be some areas that I miss out that I'd do if this was a full day or a 2-day workshop, but you'll get an idea of what's going on through that process. And I'll give you lots of links and resources that you can look up on the internet or in books to find out more and get yourselves to the next level. So in this 2-hour masterclass, I'm going to introduce you to concepts. I've shown you some of those, started to show you some of those now to give you a little bit of a feel for the type of thing I'll be talking about. And I'll show you what the process is that you can go through during a project. Looking forward very much to seeing you either in Barcelona or in Valencia. I do hope you'll join my masterclass. Thank you very much.